Okay, so let's start lecture 7, and this lecture 7 is for the same topic, differential equation, but this time we are going to see that kind of differential equation which is reducible to homogeneous form. So let's see this example. 2x plus 3y 2x plus y minus 3 dy is equal to x plus 2y minus 3 dx. Why will you consider this homogeneous equation as reducible to homogeneous? It is not directly homogeneous. Why? Because of this constant minus 3 and minus 3 here. I hope you understand. In previous example what we took in lecture 6, this kind of constant were not present in the equation. This kind of constant will not allow you to figure out the order. Now see another equation, 2x minus y plus 1, 2y minus x minus 1, right? Here also you will be having the problem. But why it is not homogeneous like lecture 6? So this extra constant what you are seeing in the question, like here 1 and here 1. So this is making the problem. Directly you cannot apply that method what you have learnt in lecture 6, or forget about that method. We have learned 2-3 more methods. So can you apply any of those methods? No, you cannot. Can you separate the variable? No, you cannot, because those constants will disturb you. So now how to solve that? So suppose this equation what I have written here, this you are able to filter properly and you are able to figure out dy by dx value from this. It means this dx value is here now, and this entire value is here. You send everything that side and then take dx this side. So I mean to say, from that equation you find out dy by dx. So this dy by dx will look like ax plus b plus c divided by a dash x plus b dash y plus c dash. Some people say prime also, a prime x plus b prime y plus c prime. Now this extra c and c prime is the problem for us. So mathematicians have found the way to remove this. So there is a way. What is the way? That small x and small y is present in our current equation. Okay. For example, you can see small x, small y. So according to small y, you have dy small. Then here also x is small and dx. So what we are going to do? We are going to change our variable using small x as capital X plus h. Here this h I am considering extra constant number. Because of this constant number, this capital X is differing from this small x. If capital X and small x they are not same, then there should be some constant number. Because of that they are not same, so that number is this h. Same way small I is capital Y plus k. But because h and k are constant numbers, so if you will divide this equation, I mean first equation separately, then you will be getting dx is equal to capital dx is equal to small dx. Okay, I mean differentiate, not divide. Let's differentiate this. So with respect to anything you can differentiate, with respect to time, with respect to any random, you can differentiate. So second equation also you can differentiate. So you'll be getting dy small is equal to dy capital. Now we have to replace this in the equation. So earlier here it was a small x, so I replaced with capital X plus h. So a into capital X I left here only, plus a into this small h I got this side here. In same way, this small y was here, this small y I replaced as capital Y plus k. So b into capital Y is here, and this b into k I kept this side, plus the extra c was there, right? Which c? This c. This c I left exactly in the last. So now you can see they all became a constant. Okay, what is this? We started this to remove the constant, and again we landed with a new constant. But see, some more changes has happened here. Very soon you will realize. So this dy by dx became capital dy by dx. Also notice this one. Okay, same thing happened at the denominator also. Now to make equation homogeneous, which term should not be present here? So this constant term what you are seeing, that should not be present here. I will change the color. So which constant term? This bigger constant term what you are seeing here, this should not be present. So for which value of h and k, because that h and k is new variables given by us. So we will think for which value of h and k this upper term and this bottom term will become 0. And if for a particular value of h and k, if these two people are being 0, then remaining equation will make our question homogeneous, and that will be easier for us to solve. Now, to make equation homogeneous, which term should not be there? I hope you understood. So let's assume that they are 0, they became 0. So this guy became 0, this guy became 0. Now we got two equations which are 0. So for which value of h and k, these equations are being 0. Now you can calculate that. So which will give answer that for which value of h and k both equations are being 0, so that our question can become homogeneous. So use this method. Which method? This cross one you can use. There are several methods. You can use substitution also, you can use elimination also, whatever method you find out. So this cross product method, you see, you know how do we use cross product. If you don't know, just visit any basic class mathematics and you learn this cross product method to find out two unknowns from two equations. You may be knowing that we used to do this in our basic classes when you were learning in 8th class, 9th class. I currently have forgotten which class we learned for the first time. I think in the 9th class we learned these 4-5 types of methods, 4 methods, right? Elimination and all we learned. Okay. So now why are we writing this? So now one more thing. If you want to find out h value, this entire value you replace this side, I mean multiply here, and if you want to k, then you replace this side here and minus, and also you send this side, so you'll be getting k value. Some other student can choose some other method. They can choose substitution, they can choose elimination. Okay, remember this you cannot use in gate exam directly in calc, because in calc you cannot solve equation in gate exam, right? So why are we writing this? Because we want h and k values, but last term, this last term what you are seeing here, this last term here, this guy should not be 0, because if that guy will become 0, so 1 by 0 will become infinite. So that will be a problem for us. It should not be infinite. But suppose somehow these two people automatically coming 0. In that case, this term will not exist properly. So in that case, we will slightly change the way of solution. Okay, how to solve this? This should not be 0, but if that term is being 0, in that case, we will use this thing. Which thing? A by a dash is equal to b by b dash 1 by t. We will consider this. Okay. Now, from this, whatever is our consideration, we will substitute a, b, a dash, b dash in one format, either in a, b or in a dash, a prime, b prime. So what I am doing, at the bottom we had a prime, b prime, right? So I replaced a prime as, you see here, a by a prime is there na, a by a prime is equal to 1 by t is there, right? So this a prime you send this side. So a will be equal to a prime by t. So I replaced a prime by t and b prime by t here. Sorry, it should be 1 by t. Now what will happen? Now this can be solved easily. Why? See, if you will do one time, then only you will understand that yes, this step was working. I will tell you here. Let's consider ax plus by here also, ax plus by here also. So let's consider ax plus by is equal to v, like we considered in our lecture 6. So let's differentiate for x. So a, because x will be 1 after differentiation, b times dy by dx is equal to dv by dx. This is what we were getting, right? So now find out dv by dx value. So it will be like dv by dx value will be like a plus b, and dy by dx value is multiplied here na. So what was that dy by dx value? In this you replace v, so you will be getting v plus c 1 by t v plus c dash c prime. Okay, done. Now, but use this approach only if a b prime plus b prime a is equal to 0, because this is a special case, useful only if this term is being 0. Okay, and then you find out. Let's understand this in one example. Taking some example which I have already mentioned above. imagine this question came in GATE exam, how fast to solve. So practice same question. If you will practice same question again and again after 10 days, after 20 days, then concept and speed both will improve if you will practice same question. After 10 days you try. So always solve questions what you have gone through already. This will judge your memory also, your time also, and your concept also. So quickly find out dy by dx value from the given question. X plus 2y minus 3, 2x plus y minus 3. Now this question you try to solve by the method I am explaining. So x is equal to capital X plus h, y is equal to capital Y plus k we considered, and also this part will come when you will differentiate these people. Okay, now understand. Differentiate divide, you will be getting dy by dx. So this dy by dx, which was the question part, which was this part, now there I will replace dy by ds capital, and small x replaced with capital X plus h, and here capital Y plus k minus 3 capital X, and here I replaced everything. Then this became the format. Ah plus bk minus c as ah a prime b a prime h b prime k plus c prime. Okay, this part. So now what? Think what to do. Pause and think. You understood? Okay, now see the solution. We have to find h and k. To find out h and k, you have to write the equations and put to 0. Which equation? These people you write again and put to 0, and then you find out h and k. So by keeping 0, fine anyway. So what are the methods I have mentioned here? There is a graphical method to find h and k, which is not useful for you. Substitution method you can use in GATE exam. Elimination you can use in GATE exam. Cross multiplication you can use in GATE exam. Kramer's rule, this determinant method you can use in GATE exam. Because these things you don't need calci, you have to write down and you have to solve these equations. So you will be getting h is equal to k and k is equal to 1. So for these values of h and k, which value? This value of h and k, we can solve equations as after substituting here. Okay, you know h and k value. For these values of h and k, the last bracket will become 0. This bracket and this bracket will become 0. So keep these h and k values in mind and automatically substitute those values 0. Now this is the remaining question. Now in this question you solve this as 6th lecture, where y was equal to small v plus x capital Y. So dy by dx v plus x dv by dx. This much is well known for you. By using our previous concept, replace this value here and all the values here. You keep solving, keep solving, keep solving, keep solving, keep solving. Now keep solving here, keep solving here. Then for this you apply partial fraction. When you apply partial fraction, this kind of concept you do. Everything is written on my screen. This kind of you do. Everything you do like this. This is partial fraction. In partial fraction, this a value I am getting as 3 by 2 and this b value I am getting as minus 1 by 2. For some students this value may come left side, right side, means because maybe there is possibility somewhere some people wrote this as this denominator and this as this denominator. My point is, when we break a square minus b square, some people may break as a minus b a plus b, some people may break as a plus b a minus b. So this will shift. In that case these values will shift, but anyway final integration answer will come same. So then substitute value, you do it. Already we have done this. So finally whatever answer you are getting, in that answer replace v value, and then this kind of answer will come. You pause and verify. This kind of answer will come. Now this became your final answer. Now in GATE exam, what kind of answer they have given, you take next step in that direction. Anyway, this is solved. We have solved the equation, right? Now from here further solution will be based on GATE options. Now some students may have confusion here, like what we did here. When I will tell you where I am talking about the confusion. Here I am talking about the confusion. Some of you may have confusion here. I'll tell you. In this example, you understood that we solved just now what example we have solved. In that example, we did not. Just wait. I will use this color, will be fine. In my current example, this answer was not 0 in my current example what just now we have solved, that v and all whatever. But if this part is coming 0, then you will not approach the way we approached the last example. What are we going to do? We have to choose this method. This method. What is that method? What is that method? Let me erase this. I'll explain. See what is that method. What you have to do? You have to apply this trick. What is this trick? In this trick, you have to consider a by a dash as 1 by t. So you find out a value or you find out a prime value. If you are finding out a prime value, then multiply this here, multiply this here. Your a prime will become a times t. Correct? Then, oh sorry, I wrote this correctly because I was replacing. So this 1 by t will not come, only t will come. So here you replace t ax. Okay, then t common, and b will also you change, because b by b prime also will be 1 by t. So find out b prime, it will be b times t. So t I have taken common here. After this, how will you solve? You will solve exactly the same way I have solved. How did I solve? Consider ax plus by as v, and then dv by dx, and that's all. You will reach till here. And just now you saw our previous equation. Now one more thing. In our last solution, when you were solving the question, you were solving in terms of v. So your answer came in terms of v, correct? So what are the changes you have to make in the answer finally? We have solved this question in terms of capital X and capital Y. That's why you are getting capital X in the answer. And this v also is related to capital X and capital Y. Okay? So capital Y is equal to vx we have taken, right? It means this answer is not the true answer. Why? Because in this answer, capital X and capital Y terms are present. This v also is in form of capital X and capital Y. Then later you have to replace this v value as y by x, and this y and this x values you have to further replace with a small x and a small y. Why? Because a small x was capital X plus h. So this capital X value will become a small x minus h, and h value and k value you have got here. So you will replace and you will be getting this kind of answer. So after replacing, this will be your final answer. I hope you understood this. Now let's go to next topic in next video.